Thought I'd do a quick reaction to the Lotus boys talking about the betrayal of Gary Neville and him having his freedom of speech. Let's get straight into the video because this is going to be an insane one.
Oh, I believe I'm going first today. How exciting. I apologise for the lack of sartorial standards today. I left my suit either on the train or home. We'll discover when I get home. Just want to say that because Carl's watching somewhere at home, judging me. But my topic today actually was requested by Carl. I'm happy to do requests. And it's that Gary Neville has betrayed the people and the backlash to it. Stelios touched on it briefly, but I'll be going into more.
By taking down a flag. Betrayal. This is the language of a fascist. This is clear. Often it's based in the rhetoric because they're too cowardly to do anything about it. Donald Trump, he'll call out ICE, but they're really too scared to go and do what they really want to do. Is mass deportations. It'll never happen in the UK. But betrayal, literally taking down a flag on your own property, your choice, freedom of speech in a way, freedom of expression, somehow that's a betrayal. Betrayal of the nation. Insane. These are so fragile. These people are so fragile.
More detail, all the hilarious reactions and why Gary Neville is such a dork. I went very moderate with dork. Some of the language won't be that moderate later. So here's the
feel you holding.
Yeah,
back.
I was holding back there because there's enough bad language coming up. Here's the
Again, you'll hear no arguments of why he can't take down a flag. No arguments. All feeling with fascists.
initial video recap, just in case you missed it. This was after the synagogue attack. Gary Neville managed to blame angry middle-aged white men, which is quite impressive.
So I've just left my house and walking into the office, waking up obviously, seeing the news last night and the news this morning dominated by the horrific attacks within the Jewish community just about a mile from here. And was driving home from Salford City last night. I was driving actually to Salford City, going down a Littleton Road, seeing 60, probably 50 or 60 Union Jack flags. And on the way back I went down the parallel.
Let's see if he actually does blame the synagogue attack on flags. Again, weird straw man, but again, they have nothing. It's all feelings.
Road, which is Berry New Road, which has got the Jewish community right at its heart, and they're out on the streets, defiant, not hiding or in fear. And I just kept thinking as I was driving home last night that we're all being turned on each other.
Yep.
And
yeah, by these guys, he knows.
That's being created.
Can't see him.
Is absolutely disgusting. Mainly created by angry, middle-aged white men who know exactly what they're doing. Funnily enough, on one of my development sites last week, there was a Union Jack flag put up, and I took it down instantly.
Oh, what a hero!
Some people might be watching this and thinking, well, Gary, not very patriotic.
Is he not allowed to do that on his own property? Seems pretty fair game to me. But again, anti-freedom. Anti-freedom.
I've played my country 85 times. I love my country. I love Manchester.
Yeah, he's done more for this country than these fucking jerks have. And I'm not a football fan, but I'm more proud of Gary Neville actually, and Gary Lineker actually calling out what this is: intimidation, a flag. All of a sudden, just putting flags up, marking your territory. Why? Just to try and intimidate outsiders. A flag, that's not patriotism. They don't care about their communities. They don't care about making the places they live, the towns, cities better, funding them. They don't give a fucking shit about their towns. All they care about is hate. It's all based on hate.
Of England.
I hate everything that represents.
I've been building in this city for 15, 20 years, and there's no one put a Union Jack flag up in the last 15 to 20 years, so why do you need to put one up now?
He goes on in that vein.
Every accusation is a confession. You know, he's like,
oh my God, it just not even thinking. Every accusation, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Just so fucking stupid. They hear these things, because that's all they do is project. So they have to accuse other people of it. And it's just so emotional. Like, no arguments against what he's done. Like, freedom of speech, but they don't care about freedom of speech. Just be honest about it. He has to have his flag up. State mandated flags on every building.
like angry middle-aged white men. Like, what does he think he is?
Yeah,
you think he's like 27 years old?
Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, you've just had someone stabbed by a Muslim extremist, basically Islamist, if you prefer.
Allah.
Gary manages to blame angry middle-aged white men.
Yeah.
When did he do that, though? He didn't do that. It's a pure straw man. They have no argument against him taking down. So you have to make straw men.
Incredible, but we should be used to it by now. But people, I think, have had enough of this, and which we can.
So vague. Like, we've had enough. Of what? People taking down flags in their own private property, and that's their right. Oh, they've had enough of it. Oh, God. I saw a man the other day taking down a flag in his own private property. It nearly made me sick.
See by the reaction.
Yeah, because a few years ago, I think this would have been a slam dunk, no brainer. Oh, come out, blame white men, and it looks like everybody's going to be, oh, what hero?
Oh, they love playing fucking victims. They are the biggest victims. Why are white men the biggest victims? Like, they just can't take any fucking criticism. So fragile. So fucking fragile.
I tore down the England flag. You know, I spit in my own country. Oh, what a hero!
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now,
Fucking straw men. Just that's all they have. It should be podcast of the straw men.
now things are
Yeah.
different.
Don't look back in anger. Now it's very much look back in anger.
Yeah.
Because we've changed our minds. And that was quite interesting. Simon.
See, they can't even do jokes. I've never heard these guys do a joke. Apparently this guy's a comedian. He actually is a self-confessed grifter. He actually confessed it on the Bad Boys Done Good. He knows they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're pretty dumb, but they're also grifters.
Jordan responded to it, and he normally talks about sport on Talk Sport, but he came out with this.
Oh, okay. So usually footballers and commenters aren't allowed to talk about politics, but when you're right wing, that's fine. No politics in football unless you're right wing, and fair game. Say whatever you want.
Fairly solid response to it.
I think it's astonishing in the wake of an Islamist terror attack that he decides to have a go at middle-aged white men. Maybe the angry middle-aged white men are the ones that worked on minimum wage inside his hotel. I don't know.
Okay, so do you support an increase in the minimum wage? No, he doesn't. So why say that, you fucking idiot?
I think he's a champagne socialist and a coward.
He's not a socialist, he's a capitalist. I'm pretty sure Gary Neville is not a socialist. He wants to democratize the means of production. Like, just straw men. They have nothing. There is nothing in this video. And if you're watching this video, why? Sorry.
I think it's a dreadful thing to have said.
How is he a coward?
Well, I think the real issue is about radical Islamist extremism, and he doesn't have the balls to call it out for what it is.
What? So he can't take down a flag because of the divisiveness of people who are trying to intimidate people with flags when they don't care about their country. They just want to destroy it. People like Nigel Farage, Richard Tice, Rupert Lowe don't give a shit about patriots. They don't give a shit about making our country economically viable for the future. What plans do they have for the future? They have nothing. And they get upset if you criticize them over flags. Again, just pure fragility. Pure fragility.
Is rather than suggest that people that are challenging our country about what's happening, he's insulated from these things. He lives in a very rarefied world where he's
There's this guy and these guys making all the money on the grift. They always say this like they care about working class people and working people. Okay, what about the living standards? Oh, no. We don't want to talk about the cost of living crisis. We'll just go on about immigrants and woke and champagne socialists.
money and privilege has enabled him to live behind a gated environment, not have to worry about NHS appointments, not have to worry about people being attacked in the streets.
Do you want to fund the NHS then? No? Please? No?
By immigrants that shouldn't be here in the first place.
Ooh, the slip there. Immigrants that should not be here. Interesting. He didn't say refugees. Immigrants. He doesn't want immigrants here. Why not? Again, just pure hatred.
He doesn't have to worry about these things. And so he has the ability to be able to sit there and observe in such a way that insulates himself from it. And I think it's an appalling stance to have taken.
What, taking a flag down? Really? This is a betrayal? Again, fascist rhetoric. Somehow, just the most minor inconvenience to someone on the far right is like betrayal. Western civilization is crumbling because Gary Neville took down his flag on his own private property, which is his right in a democracy.
He's entitled to his view.
Oh, good. Oh, there you go. There you go. End of video. Or does he go on? Is he entitled to his view or not? Let's see if he is entitled to his view. If he stops there.
He's entitled to a view.
Ooh. Ooh. These guys are like, what? Harry's like, Leo's like, what? Free speech? Nah, he can't end on that.
We are quite happy to wave every other flag in this country, whether it's
Oh, there you go. So he is entitled to free speech. Oh, good. At least he's consistent or whatever.
Palestinian flags, Ukraine flags, or any other flag that we feel that we're able to wave. But when you're talking,
Yes, you are, and by that logic, so is he. If someone puts a flag up on his property, he is also allowed to take it down. No one's stopping you waving flags. If you want to, that's fine. You don't force other people to do it. This is a freedom of speech issue, and they don't care about freedom of speech. It's that simple. They don't care. Never believe them when they say they do.
about people in this country that have legitimate concerns and want
God, all the talking points. Fucking legitimate concerns. Can you be a bit more specific about that? No, they don't, because it's all feelings based.
to have a legitimate value set and push back against what they're having forced upon them.
Again, fascist language is just all vagueness. Betrayal. People are sick of it. They're being, have it forced upon it. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Again, they can't be honest because it slipped a little bit. Oh, immigrants shouldn't be allowed here. We don't want immigrants in. What do you want, an ethno state? Because that's what he implied. He's too cowardly. He's the coward to actually state it. But that's what he wants.
For Gary Neville to say what he's just said is the exact embodiment of what I said, which is a champagne socialist.
No, it's not. Taking down a flag has got nothing to do with socialism at all. Pure straw man, no argument, just non sequitur.
Which is insulated from the real world, and a coward because the real issue is about some of the extremism that's going on in this country.
There's different issues. There's far right extremism. There is Islamism. There's a lot of extremism in this world. Like, just boil it down just to Islam? No, the far right are pretty powerful. Figures like, and podcasts like the podcast of the Lotus Eaters are quite influential, quite hateful and divisive. The biggest threat now is actually Reform and the far right, Tommy Robinson, because there's a chance that Reform might actually get into power. So they're the biggest threat in terms of extremism in the country.
Hard to argue with that.
Yep, absolute banger. I mean, that's and it's
Yeah, because he didn't make any arguments. Of course you can't argue with it, because he didn't make any arguments.
great to see. I mean, that's the sort of discussion you'd expect to see on Lotus Eaters. It's great to see.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
Moderate, but yeah, close enough.
Oh, and
Maybe
Sky,
he's a fan.
is that Sky Sports?
Talk Sport.
Talk Sport. I mean, wouldn't it
Yeah, obviously it's fucking talk sport. Fucking idiots.
be great if like you get Sky News and stuff, if they had the same kind of attitude?
Yeah, not quite there yet. We're getting.
Yeah, they're not allowed. They have to agree with us because freedom of speech is dead, apparently. You can't have a different opinion, which is weird. You just can't take a flag down. If you do, you're betraying the nation or something.
in there. But yeah, for Simon Jordan, it's normally a sports show. He's often quite controversial, but on sports stuff.
Yeah.
And he is married to Michelle Juby from GB News. But to
Oh my god, of course he fucking is. Just this fucking dumb talking points. Just no arguments, just feelings. Oh, we just don't like immigrants. And when people call that out, I cry because I'm a fucking pussy ass bitch.
actually come out with that.
I thought I've met him. I
Yeah,
was
I've
wondering
met
where I recognised him.
Yeah,
from.
yeah, it's sound bloke. But
Did you give him that speech?
100%.
Yeah, I knew
But
it.
still, you don't expect necessarily on Talksport even Simon to come out with something as bold and clear as that.
Yeah.
So I thought,
Clear. He literally made no apart from he's betraying, he's a coward. But yeah, he can do it if he wants. But some champagne socialist, not socialist. Literally no argument was made.
things are changing a little bit, and certainly the public have taken it much further. And this one was interesting. This is parental advisory.
Oh, yeah,
If you are
this is
listening, I have checked this that we're allowed to play it with Samsung. But if you are listening, if you've got kids in the car right now, maybe cover their ears.
We'll
maybe
end
tune in
on
something
this.
else
I'm
for
sure
just
it's
a
going to
minute.
be
Yeah.
great.
Because this is the
Do it
spirit
with
of
your
England.
knees.
Yeah, Spirit of England lives with this normal woman in a car talking about Gary
What does that mean, normal woman? Normal woman. That's so. They was trying to conflate, like, oh, it's so weird.
Neville.
Listen, Gary Neville, you fucking arse-shagging cunt. The reason you're slagging off white English men, calling them fucking bullies and troublemakers is because they're...
He didn't do that, but okay. Again, straw men. We're going to start with the straw men because that's all they have.
have bollocks, right? They ain't sold their asses for fame or money like you and the rest of your fucking pals, all you footballers.
So people can't play football now and get paid. See, these are the capitalists. There is like anybody who makes money, who's successful, that disagrees with you. It's like, well, you're a champagnes. Like, no fucking arguments. The same old shit. The same old boring talking points. And people watch this. These sad, pathetic men watch this every day and think, oh, I can't get a girlfriend. No women like me. No men like me either. But I could just hate brown people and that gives meaning to my life. Yay. Fucking pathetic.
That earn fucking multi-millions. You sold your arseholes, that's why you do all the symbols. You're dictated to, just like the actors and actresses and the
Oh, she's speaking true. Wow. Wow.
music industry, right?
What the fuck? The music. Yeah, you just can't have an opinion that doesn't agree with her. You can't criticize anyone. Freedom of speech really is dead. Again, fascists hate freedom of speech. They just fucking hate it.
How fucking dare you?
How fucking dare you have an opinion about a flag? Taking a fucking flag down? You fucking cunt.
Fucking bastard. Slag off white Englishmen. I hope karma catches your fucking arse, you cunt.
Is that an incitement to violence? Probably. These fascists, the only language they talk.
And you lose all your popularity because you're a wank.
I think most Britons agree with Gary Neville, to be honest. I think most people agree with Gary Neville. He's a pretty level-headed guy. He's not a socialist. He's just a normal guy, pretty level-headed. Nothing he said was controversial. It's his decision to take the flag down. That simple.
You're not patriotic. You sold your ass to the devil like the fucking rest of you cunts, because that's the only reason you got money. Right, so you had a bit of talent, but that's all it fucking was, you cunt.
He was pretty good. Like, I'm not a footballer, but I knew Gary Neville has had a pretty good career. I mean, you can't really argue that.
You are a fucking disgrace to the country, and anyone after this...
See, he doesn't actually say what he's done. Like, he just took a flag down. We're going to end there because it's so fucking pathetic. These people have nothing. These guys are pretending to laugh because she's swearing. Oh, an old woman swearing. God. It's like, what? Was that 2007 comedy? Fucking pathetic. I really do despise these people. They hate life. They hate freedom of speech. But if you like freedom of speech, hit the like button and I'll see you in the next video.